Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we have Ali Strong on the show from Apothecary Rising. We're going to be talking about health, healing, magic, love, and lots of other good stuff. Are you ready to go? Let's ooge!
So cool, she connects to the divine. There's no sense in trying to dispute this fact of mine. Spends her days trying to help her friends who need it. Ask for nothing in return from the goodness of her heart. The white light shines bright within her.
Oh, shit, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons today. What's going on? I'm too excited. Hello. You all doing good? Man. That was Son of Snake, and she's connected. And we're going to be hearing a lot of Son of Snake today. You may know who Son of Snake is. He's been on the show before, and he's my special guest partner and a killer musician. That was a really, really old song we thought we'd open with because it's written about today's guest. Are you all doing good? I can see the chat filling up with folks. Thanks for joining us today. You know the deal, how we do it. We'll say hello to you all shortly individually and call your names up. Oh, man, I've been looking forward to this one for a long while. Why? Because today's guest is a very, very dear friend, and I can just go and relax and chat. So hopefully you're going to have some fun today. And it's a bit of music focused, a bit of like magic focused, a bit of like healing focused, and a little bit of product focused, because we're going to talk about our guest brand new business. But first I need to do an announcement just so you know what's coming up. One thing I need to do before we get into it is tomorrow, folks, on the channel, the final episode of season 2 of Walk With Me is up and available for you to go and hit the like button and save and watch for tomorrow. Can I do all the right things here? There it is. Oh, it's the wrong one. It's this one here. There we go. Walk With Me, episode 8, season 2, Chapel Street is in the bank. It's ready to go if you want to go over there. I don't have the link handy, but go and check it out. It's on the channel. Hopefully you come and join me this time tomorrow. It is happening. And it is a huge one. Let me tell you, the longest episode I think I've ever done, because it is the finale. So please come along and join me. There's some moments. Let me tell you about that. All right. Okay. Let's bring on our special guest. So I have become very dear friends with this particular artiste, creator, soulmate, friend, and just all-round beautiful human being. And I'd like to bring her on right now. She is the owner of her own business called Apothecary Rising, and she makes candles and so many beautiful healing products that will help you feel better about who you are and yourself and your inner healing and all this stuff. And we're going to bring her on right now and get to it. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's bring on Ali Strong. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
I'm pressing all the wrong buttons, Ali. What's going on?
I know. I was seeing that.
How you going?
What a nice intro. I'm good. How you doing?
All right. I'm better now.
Yeah?
I'm better now because we're in it. We're rocking and rolling. We're making it happening.
Hell yeah.
We talked about this for a little while. Have you come on? Because,
Yeah.
I'm super excited to see what you are creating, and I think everybody's going to love it because the world's in a chaotic place. Yeah?
Yeah, I agree.
And everybody seems like they're spinning around out of control, chasing their own tails. And I think we could all do with a little bit of healing and a little bit of love. And that's why I have you on here, because I can't think of anybody better. So
thank you. I feel honored.
I'm going to hit you with the first question. We're going to talk a little bit about music first before we get too deep into the weeds. So hold on to your hats, everybody. What does music mean to you, my friend? Oh, hang on a minute. Speaking of music, look who's behind you. Oh, my God, we've got a special guest. Who is this crazy guy?
This is Chris, son of Snake and Slug Feeder.
Hello, Chris.
Hi, gang.
Welcome back.
How are you?
Good.
Say hi.
Hello. Bye.
Yeah,
Bye.
Pop.
See, you get special guest appearances from previous guests on the show. What more do you want? What more do you want?
Right?
So there we go. What does music mean to you, Ali?
Oh, wow. Music to me actually means a lot. It got me through like most of my growing up, really. Because I didn't really fit in, but music helped me feel like I fit in, and it kind of formed. So I was into metal, so it kind of made me feel like I had a community. Yeah, I'm a metalhead at heart, but I also listen to super girly music. But I started off listening to metal, and to me it means community and understanding and letting your weirdness show and not being afraid of it, and it just made me feel seen,
Yeah,
I
do.
I just didn't have people speaking things into me in the way that I felt music spoke to me.
It's interesting with metal, but what you said there was very interesting to me, that I never felt like when I was like I was attracted to metal too. It was the first kind of style of music that I was a part of. Like, you know, of course, growing up, listen to 80s music, all that stuff, because I'm a child of the
Yeah.
70s. But as soon as I found metal, I found a community. And what I
Yeah.
really loved about it was there were no rules. Nobody ever like imposed to me within that community how I was meant to be in that community. And and you could just be, and you weren't controlled or anything, and you were looked down upon, and everybody had their place, but everybody was still unique, even though we all dressed the same and most of the time
Yeah, I
smelt the same.
know. Yeah, all black, leather jacket,
Yeah, and where there's a lot of
with full
communities,
studs.
yeah, there's a lot of communities out there who feel like they need to like set ground rules. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, well,
Yeah,
it's like almost like an internet forum these days. It's like, well, if you're going to be a part of this, you have to do this, this, and this. Where metal isn't like that. You know, you don't have to have
right.
long hair. Don't have to have piercings. You don't have
You
to have
can do
tattoos.
anything.
You can look like a total geek as well and still be the biggest like death metal fan. Doesn't really matter.
Totally.
Yeah, so it's a beautiful thing. What does being creative mean to you? Like using your mind and your hands to see things and create things.
I believe that creation is an expression of your soul
Mm-hmm.
because when I create, I feel like I'm meditating. And whatever I end up creating is like it's like birthing a creation for my soul. So it's just, it's always felt that way to me. Um, yeah.
Like God mode almost.
I wouldn't say that, but um it's just like like I mean, it's pretty obvious. I'm a very spiritual person. So like creativity is, you know, it feeds my soul just like nature does.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Are the two intertwined for you, nature and
yeah,
creativity?
hmm
How
absolutely.
so? How so?
Well, I nature, our Mother Earth, she provides us with literally everything we need.
She is our queen.
Yeah, we she provides. We just I, to have to look close enough to find what we need. You know, it's what you put in your body. It's and I what and my creations are all earth based because I use essential oils, which are extracted from plants from the Mother Earth, and I use herbs, which are grown upon Mother Earth, and yeah, and creativity and nature just intertwined in my life in that way because I've always been very into nature and just running in the woods as a kid and just always like that's even today. I mean, even now, I mean, not today, but like,
Oh, as of
um,
yet.
not yet, but
Soon.
Chris and I mean, him and I are the same. Like, we love our forest time. Like that's our time where we get to like clear our heads. And I'm always looking around, and I'm touching the trees. I thank them for giving us oxygen. One tree can produce oxygen for 40 people at one time. So imagine being in a forest and you're getting all this good oxygen that's clean. And it's just, it's like forest bathing, just connecting to nature, touching it, thanking it. Um, yeah.
Because you
And
love to go
just,
out now and just run and just, well, not run, but go for a walk and just,
yeah, I'd fall if I
yeah,
ran.
yeah. But you do go out for a walk and soak it up and clear your mind and reset.
Absolutely.
Have you always done that as a kid? What's your earliest, like, were you grown up like you or some kind of plant? That sounds ridiculous. Were you grown up around a forest or that kind of thing? And did you have a secret hideaway when you were a kid out in the forest? And tell
Yes.
us a little bit about that.
Well, I will say I got to live with my Grammy when I was just about starting kindergarten. And that is my favorite time, was living with her for a year, and she had a cabin in the woods. And she's what kind of helped start my spirituality, actually. Because we would, we would talk about all sorts of stuff. And I don't know. She helped raise me, and she's wonderful. But anyways, she lived in the woods, and it was in this like little community, like neighborhood, but it was still in a forest. And like, so across the street was a forest, like pure forest. So I would go straight in there, but I couldn't go past a certain part of the forest, my grandma would always say, So I ended up finding a little area that was within her parameters. And I just have so many memories of sitting there and just like making mud pies and making like potions, and just like picking up bugs and making like little sticks for them to crawl along, and like they were my friends. I've always been so weird. I love bugs still. I study them in my free time. I'm so weird.
I was going to
and
say,
I love it.
Here we are now, and it's like you're still playing with sticks and making potions and doing all this stuff. Independent Man United says we were meant to be out in nature. We are.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I feel most at home when I'm in nature, not when I'm inside my house. I mean, I feel at home in my house, but like my soul, it's my soul, because we are souls with a human body, So, I mean, that's what I believe. So for me, it's just like, it's soul soothing.
Beautiful. I like that.
Just getting your hands in the earth, getting your hands dirty. I don't know.
These days, you just get your hands dirty and you have to come home and put everything that's antibacterial all over yourself, to the point that the antibacterial stuff's going to stop working soon, folks, if you keep using it. Trust me. You got to get goddamn dirty. So being weird, which I think is an amazing thing. I was weird. I think that anyone in the chat like to admit to being weird today, or in the comments if you're watching on the replay. Yeah. Here's to the weirdos. Here's to the weirdos, because we make up the world. It's interesting, isn't it, when you're looked at when you're a youngster as a weirdo, and you're picked on because like you're different, and where the whole purpose of humanity is that no matter what you try to do, we are individually weird. Like everyone has their own fetishes and likes and dislikes, and nobody's the fucking same no matter what you do. So why the hate? I don't get it. So were you picked on as a kid at school?
Yeah.
I'm glad you can laugh now.
Well, I just laugh because like the people that picked on me are like want to be my friends now.
Yeah. It's so true.
I mean, I forgive them. We were kids, but it's just like, no.
Yeah. Same thing happened to me. They used to punch me and go stupid metalhead. And now, 5 years out of school, I see them and they're all wearing Slayer t-shirts. I'm like,
right?
What?
Like I got, like, I was very, like in school, I was super athletic because I was, I practiced Taekwondo since I was 8 till did it for like 10 years.
Wow.
So I got my second degree black belt. I was almost to my third degree, but I had to stop because I felt my body just like giving out, but we'll talk about that later. Yeah. But anyways, I was athletic and I was good and I was fast. And so in PE, the boys would actually be the ones bullying me because I was better than them. throw rocks at me.
That's pretty extreme.
I know. And then I had the girls like bullying me because I dressed like a boy one day and a girl the next because, I was just me.
Yeah.
I've always been very me. I'm fluid. I'm just Allie.
It's so weird how kids get so messed. It's like when they've got nothing else to like give you shit about. Clothing is the thing, and you wonder
I
it's
know.
thread. Like, really, is this how like desperate you are to like have some kind of shit on me? Could you imagine that in a court of law, Ali? Where it's like, I've got this person on trial. What is their crime? Well, I couldn't find anything else, but look at their shoes. It wouldn't.
Yeah,
It
right?
wouldn't fly. You know.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't even know. Like I just like that just brought a memory. I just remember like
Tell
this
me.
one girl like going to this other girl and like pointing down at my shoes. And I remember I was so proud of them because they were my first set of coffin creepers. And I was so stoked on them. But I got bullied over them the first day I wore them because I was like, it was just like if the whole whispering and pointing at me thing started, and then it like became a whole thing. And like at school at that time, I had to walk through the quad during break, and it was like I remember like everyone just like it was like a thing like to make me the target. It was weird. I actually ended up transferring schools because I was getting bullied so much there.
It's always the kids too
My
who don't want to get educated, who are just like, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm too dumb to learn, so let's just pick on someone because I
yeah,
can't.
and like yeah, I know what you mean. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I don't mean to interrupt
no,
you.
no, no,
I just
no.
was like,
It's true though. They're like,
yes,
it's almost like their brains are like, I know I'm dumb, so I'm just going to target this person instead.
yeah. And I always just like try to never like react because that's what my Grammy always said, just don't react. But if they hit you, you hit back harder.
Taekwondo.
So
Have you ever,
people
hang on one sec, hang on. I'll hold that thought. Have you ever knocked anybody the fuck out?
um more than once, yes.
I want to
I'm a
know.
very peaceful person.
I want to
Uh,
hear the time when you incredible hulked up and you knocked the fuck out. You went, Mr. McGee. This is what you did. You went, Mr. McGee. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, and you hulked the fuck up and you knocked them out.
yeah. Oh gosh.
We cannot go there.
Okay.
Okay,
No,
all
I'll
right,
go
all right,
there.
all right, good.
I'll go there. All right. Well, I mean, this is high school, so it's like I got jumped by these three girls, right?
Bitches.
Because I was like, they knew I walked to the bus, a certain bus stop to ride the bus home from school. Um, so I just remember them following me, and I was like, all right, this is happening. They didn't know that I was in Taekwondo. And at that time, I was already a second degree black belt. And Taekwondo is all about self defense
Mm-hmm.
and everything. So, like, but also it's about, not just self defense, but using your moves. And I'm sorry, but like, if you're going to hurt me and come at me, and especially if there's three of you, I'm going to use my damn moves. So, these three girls that were all, I mean, I was always the short one, the small one. They thought they could take me. And I thought they might take me too. I mean, there's three against one. Um, but yeah, they, when I knocked one of them out, um, right off the bat, and then the other two kind of got scared and kind of like were fighting me and like pulling my hair. And I was like, what is pulling hair? Like, that's not a move. So I just would like, I have to tell you, it's so funny looking back to and picturing myself doing this because like I would like seriously like someone would come like I remember it just would happen in slow motion. Like I just remember it and it just was like the punch was coming at my face and I ducked down and I like did my spin sweep kick
Yes.
and knocked her down as she was going to punch me and then the other girl's trying to jump on me and I see her and I just go boop and it's just like I felt like I was just doing taekwondo and sparring because except it was it was fun at the time. I felt pretty good about myself.
In my mind, I see it like the Matrix. I see slow
That's
mo.
how I see it when I look back.
I see
but no one expects you to like
Yeah.
have actual moves because
Yeah.
like I roundhouse kick sometimes. Like I mean, there's multiple fights I've been in. I've never started them,
Of course.
but I always have finished them.
Quote that, everybody. I never started them, but I always
I
finished
swear.
them.
Well, I mean, there was one or two times, that I didn't finish him, but that was before my training and
But
it was really good and everything.
Finish him.
But that actually made it more intense, the bullying, because I was so good at that stuff. Then it became like a challenge. People wanted to fight me.
Ah, yeah. Then you get the lineups of people like, yeah.
Yeah.
I got to prove myself.
It was like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
And then there was many times in like after school, like that, I would at parties, people acting up. Someone needs to get kicked out. Allie, you need to come get this person out. I'm like, all right, who is it?
So you became like security at school.
I was security at our house parties. Yeah. Little me.
I love where these interviews go. It makes me so happy. Let's play a song after. Like I'm scared of you now. All right. Let's play a song. Then we'll come back and talk about some of your favorite music. And then we'll talk about health and stuff like that and some more creativity. Folks, you ready for some music? Today we've got a lovely selection of songs chosen by Allie of her partner Chris for Son of Snake. And we're going to play now Petroglyphs. Let me just grab this, cue it up, and we'll be back here momentarily.
I love this song.
All right, let's rock and roll. Boom! know I'm a big fan of Chris, son of Snake, slug feeder, all that stuff.
Yeah,
He's so
I'm
good.
a huge fan.
Oh yeah, of course. So huge a fan. You took him home and kept him for yourself.
I sure did.
You bought the entire package. All right,
Yeah.
let's say hello to everybody here, folks. If you're lurking or you're in the chat, just give me some love and type something in the chat so I don't have to scroll too far. We got Son of Snake here. We got Michael Songs. Good day. Robbie Stingle. Ali Gradelia. What's going on? Pookie Ann. Tremor Bear. Development of a Void. Frank Turzo's in the house. The Turs.
Hi.
Chad Freeman working, but still here. Saw Chad. I saw Chad. I saw Clay earlier on as well. I'm scrolling up now. Hugh Caldwell. Kim Harden Hudson, Brad Example, Thomas Christ. Russ was in the chat earlier saying he's here. Leela was here as well, saying she's not typing in the chat. She's just listening so she can focus on the interview. Who else is Barry Glenn's typed something here. Hello, Barry Glenn. Thomas Christ. Who else have I got? If you are lurking, Independent Men United. Laurie's Mishmosh is lurking with a high fever. No. You know what you need, Laurie?
no.
You know what you need? I'll tell you what you need.
I feel like it's New Year's Eve, and I'm like, I gotta get off.
You got to get off, Laurie. You got to get off. Hopefully that cheered you up, Laurie. You got to get off. That'll make you feel so much better. Trust me. I do it every day. Who else is here? I think I've got most people. I'm making sure. If I've missed you, I do a pot. We've got Pam here as well. Pam, Mum's in the house as well.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mum. Hi. We've got a lot of people here. We've got 34 people here. So if you're lurking as well, that's cool too. We love our lurkers, all that good stuff.
I love someone that's lurking, and I'd like to say hi to my friend Nikki.
Hi, Nikki.
She's in Tennessee. I know she's lurking, but just want to say hi.
Lurk away, lurk away. Love our lurkers. All right, so next on the list, I'm going to ask you about music because even though, you're not you're not really a musician or anything, but I need to know this stuff because it's important. Do you recall the music in your house as a kid that was played, and did it? And
Yeah, I do.
You must tell me who it was, no matter how embarrassing.
Well, I don't really know what the bands were
Right.
in my parental household, but I just call it Jesus music.
Wow. Like Jesus built my hot rod. It's a love
the
affair,
Christian
mainly Jesus.
music
All right.
channel.
So not ministry. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's some of it's good. Development of a Void says, who, me? You were listening to DOA when you were a kid.
I wish I was.
Wow.
Because DOA rocks.
Yeah, he does. See that, Jesus? Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah. I like your type of Jesus music.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'll tell you a funny story. I had met this girl once, right, at a club I wouldn't normally go to, just a normal dance club, and I don't listen to dance music. And she was so cute, and I went on the dance floor, and I can't dance for shit. And I met her, and I end up kissing her on the dance floor, and then we end up meeting up a couple of times, going for a walk along the beach, and it was all romantic. And then she invited me to her singing club she had. And I was a full-on death metal head, and I had no idea. And I went along, and I rolled up. I was super excited, and it was a church, and I was wearing a deicide jumper with written across the front, "Kill all that is holy." It was a wonderful day.
I'm honestly loving this story.
It
was great.
It was wonderful. And then the next day, we broke up.
I can imagine.
It wasn't good.
I'm sorry.
These things
that story. My cheeks hurt.
She was so pretty too. Anyway,
Damn.
She made a decision. I should try and find her now and tell her to check out my good friend Jesus over here, Development of a Void. He makes the good Jesus.
He makes the good Jesus music. Yeah.
All right, we jest, folks. We're having fun. Hang on a minute. Thank you, Frank Terzo, for the very kind super chat. You rock. You, Mr. Terzo, you are so wonderful. Thank you. Kim says, I cackled loudly. Awesome. We've got some witches. We've got some witches in the house cackling away.
Okay.
Awesome. So you had Jesus music. I don't think you really want to expand on it, do you? Do you remember what first? Oh, you do?
Well, I that was my parental household,
Right.
but like I said before, I was also raised by my Grammy.
Mm-hmm.
So she listened to lots of like old crooner music, you know.
Oh.
And then she loved her like Josh Groban. And then I mean, it wasn't my kind of stuff, but I mean, I like the old style stuff.
Old Blue Eyes.
What?
This is Frank Sinatra. That is Old Blue Eyes. Is that what they call it?
Oh yeah, yeah. She liked James, or what was it? Yeah. I'm totally having like a brain fart right now.
Yay. Awesome.
That's great.
But
anyways, it was like the old crooning,
Yep.
like the men, you know, and then
Shabba-dubba-doo.
you know, I should also mention, like, I was born into a country music household because my biological dad, he was a musician,
Mm-hmm.
but he also was a radio host. He was the main radio DJ at the time on a country music station called Froggy 92.9. And he was the original frogman on that station.
Right.
And he was kind of like a celebrity in my town, you know, like when he'd come to pick me up on, you know, like when I was, you know, it was really little because he was only in my life for about like 6 years, my first 6 years, but it was just like, yeah.
Look at
but the thing is, I know it's so really, yeah, I know. They still have the same exact Froggy logo, that same frog.
Really, look at that.
That's the same exact logo.
That looks like it looks like the Freddo Frog logo. They could get sued for that. Do you have Freddo frogs in America or not?
I don't know.
Do you know what a Freddo frog is? I think
I don't know. Is it that one frog that looks weird?
They're chocolates. There you go.
They're chocolates.
Yeah, Freddo frogs.
Oh.
I don't know how we got here.
It totally looks the same.
I know. There you go. Freddo frogs. So
yeah.
So,
but anyways, so I was like born into the country music scene. So, and my Grammy loved her country music too, so that kind of carried on. But it was more like old country music. I liked Johnny Cash the best, was my like favorite as a young child. Beach Boys she liked. But yeah. Going back to, sorry, I'm like all over the place.
That's all right. We both are today. That's the beautiful thing.
We always are, though. You and I are just like, okay.
It's just like we're having a normal phone call, you know.
I know. This is just like a FaceTime. This is what we do
in front of everyone.
It's just like there's people watching.
Yeah.
Hi,
everyone. Are you guys having fun? If we're just like shooting the shit, you know.
Yeah.
I hope so. Put an 11 in the chat if you're cool with it.
Okay, so anyways, because my biological dad was the DJ for that radio station, so he would be like the opener for concerts because they would be promoting the concerts that would be coming into town. And so my dad would be on stage and he would actually like be up there playing guitar. I'd be backstage sometimes. I'd be upstage with him. I've met and don't remember meeting so many country music stars. Something really cool, when my mom was pregnant with me, Willie Nelson rubbed her belly and said, "This one's going to be special."
What?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah. The only group I remember meeting was Riders in the Sky. And they gave me a sheriff's badge. And I
Oh,
was like maybe like 3 or 4. But I have memory back to like being in my crib. It's weird how I can remember back then.
Blessed by Willie Nelson. It doesn't get more like
Right?
that. That's the title of a book right there.
All right. Maybe I should name my book that.
Yeah, Blessed by Willie Nelson. Let's talk about some music. A couple of albums. Do you remember the first one was given to you ever as a gift, and the one
Yes.
you bought with your own money?
Yes. Okay. The first album that was given to me was Britney Spears.
Wow.
I don't know which album it was, but it's the one where she's like standing and there's like a beaded curtain, I think. Or maybe it was the first, like, now that's what I call music. It was either one of those.
Chad, are you excited?
I know that got Chad
I know.
riled up. He approves.
I approve.
Yeah. But I was like obsessed with Britney Spears. Because I remember that I had that CD and I had a CD player and I had like these headphones and man, it got me so excited. And like, I was like super into like getting CDs and cassette tapes because I had this big boom box. These huge speakers and you can listen to the radio.
Did you carry it on your shoulder?
No. it was plugged into the wall. It was like one of those like huge, ridiculous, like took up way too much space. Like,
right. It wasn't portable. You couldn't go out and do break dancing with it.
No, but as when I was older, I definitely did that, like just for fun as like a joke because it was funny. But yeah, I remember just trying to grab every cassette and everything. But the first one I actually purchased,
yes,
was the Nirvana discography.
Yes. Can't go wrong with Nirvana, can you? I mean, they changed the world. They changed the world at that time. They changed music definitely, and music needed a change. I think they came in at the. You know how some bands are just right time, right place, and Nirvana with that. You know, if it had been any other time, it just wouldn't have worked. Everyone was so hungover from the 80s. Everyone was so coked out of their brains that we needed a good heroin come down.
Yeah, I guess so, because it worked.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thank you, G-May, for the kind super chat. You rock. I'll just say, while G-May's here, G-May has an event coming up this weekend called Winterfest. Here it is. And it's a whole lot of artists performing. He does this every year. Who's playing? I got Ian's Guitar Shack, Pinch, Mike Molina, April Dawn, Will DA, Anti-TV, Chris Lean Sr., Frank Terzo, Dom Father, Wes with the bass, Michael Songs, Axon Nacho, Brad Example, me, Just Naya, Empirism, Lee Yardio, is that how you say it? And Al Sanchez. So you should go and check that out. That's happening this week. All right, so we've kind of talked a little.
Good.
We've kind of talked about hello, Pete John's in the chat as well. We've kind of talked a little bit about school as well.
Yeah.
And being the odd one out, being a little bit of a weirdo. Is this? Did you find your creativity at school? Did you have a school that allowed you to be creative, like art or any of these things like that?
You know, it's funny you say that. I always felt like school put me in a box.
Ew.
You know, like, don't tell me how to structure my writing. You know, like I've always been a very creative person.
Mm-hmm.
Like always. It's just like, yeah, I just felt like school, like general school in the public school, it just was like so structured and like bleh. I'm like, Man, I would write the best shit, and they'd be like, this isn't structured correctly. So, but then I discovered creative writing class. That's what I liked.
Which wasn't so structured. They let you write.
Yeah.
Right. So what did you write in creative writing?
Poetry, reports, they would give us a subject to write on, do presentations and stuff. It was basically like an English class, but with like the less of the structure part, and it's like kind of creative writing, really, literally, like be creative. Like we could like for example, one of the assignments one time was like write your own news article about something that is that is fiction, but make it sound like it's real. So there's like fun little projects, but mostly it was poetry,
So
stuff like that.
So did this continue, like this creative spark that you had, like once you got out of school? Did you gravitate to things that were creative, or what?
Always. I've always stuck with it. I mean, there was a time about right after high school. I kind of like just was kind of down on myself because one of my parents basically took away all of my writings, all of my art, all the posters on my walls.
Oh no.
Everything that made me me. And I never got it back ever. And I was told because it was too dark.
Mm.
And those were like expressions of my soul from a young age, and that's how I expressed myself. And yeah, some of it was dark because I was very depressed.
Art is dark. That is the thing. If you go back through some of the greatest works of art, they were created during times of the Black Death, the Black Plague. Art reflects good times, art reflects bad times. You know, all that really tells me is when people get upset about art is that they just don't fucking understand it, and they don't have a creative enough mind to get it.
I agree. Totally. And you know what? Like, yeah, I felt sorry for myself after that because I was like, damn, like if like that, that parent thinks that it's that bad that they're going to rip it all up, then maybe I shouldn't do it. But that was like the conditioning, from being in that environment. So I just took off.
Right. Where did you go?
Went to go find myself. I went to a friend's house for a while. And then I came into quite a big sum of money because of my biological father. He was disabled, and there was something here in America I didn't know even at the time, but he told me because I talked to him on the phone for like the last 2 years of his life. I was able to get because he was disabled, I was his biological child. There was money getting just piled up. And when I turned 18 and started to try to find my dad and hunt him down, I found him, and he told me that that was available. And I went to the Social Security office and I asked, I go, is this a thing? Like, and they were like, how did you know this? So at 18 years old, I was like getting $21,000
Thank you.
at one time.
Oh, that's tough for a kid that age too.
I didn't even have a bank account. So I had a good friend that I was like, I was living on their couch, right? And
Yeah.
so he took me to get a bank account.
Did
And
did
opening a bank account with that check
yeah.
was like at 18, they were like, what?
Wow. I remember
But
when I opened my first bank account, it was back in the days where you'd go in as a kid and the bank manager would go, and just for you, little Jade, we'll kick you off and we'll put $1 in for you to kick you off as a little kid. Oh, that's so sweet. And you're in there going, I like a bank account. Thanks. Here's $21,000.
right.
So I'm
So
guessing the bank manager didn't pop in $1 to get you started.
no, they were like, okay, we'll open your account. And so basically I did that. And then I got my first car, which I bought for $800. It was like a super old school, like I remember the year. It was in 1990 because it's the same year I was born. So I felt like my car and I were like, I identified with it.
What was it? What was its name?
Oh my God. What was his name? Graby.
Gravy.
Graby. Yeah, because it was gray.
Right.
And
Right.
it was my baby, and I was like, Gravy. It's my gravy. And it was a clunker, man. It was a Volvo station wagon.
It was a clunker. I've never heard that before.
Oh my God. Yeah. I remember like riding that thing literally till it was like not drivable, and I was still driving it. So I just had faith in the gravy. But so
We've all had a gravy. I'm sure everyone's had a gravy in the chat. I've had a gravy where it's barely holding
yeah.
itself together, but it got you through all the good times and the bad
You know
times.
what? That car, I loved that car. It looked like shit, and I loved it. The roof was falling out of the car in the inside, and I just stapled fabric up on top. And it was so cute because I went to the craft store and I got this really cute yellow fabric with like rainbow polka dots. And did Allie buy any music with her money? Yes. But basically, okay, so I got the car and then I got myself a little studio apartment.
Nice.
Or not apartment. Well, it was like a granny unit behind someone else's house.
Right. Granny flat.
Yeah. And basically 18 years old. So, I mean, I get my first place, my first car. All of a sudden, I feel like I'm an adult. Wow, this is great. I don't need a job. I'm rich.
How did that go?
My rent was like $725 maybe. And
What, a month? A month?
Yeah, a month. Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Everything was included though. And there was a washer and dryer.
That's really good. I wasn't saying like that's bad. That's geez. Could you
At
imagine?
the time, that was a steal.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah.
Because my hometown is just crazy. It's expensive. But I was able to get in there, and I lived there for 3 months, and then I ran out of money. I had a lot of fun.
All right,
I spent it all. 3 months of
3
friends.
months.
Yeah, it was great.
I love it. Oh, this is a movie. This is a movie ready to be made. Let's play a song. And I mentioned before to put in the chat 11, 11, 11, so it only seems right to play. Slug Feeder, 11th month, 11th hour, 11th minute. Let's do it. Boom. Boom.
Mhm.
We love
Boom.
Slug Feeder and Son of Snake. One and the same, but
Heck
different
yeah.
artists. Damn straight. Links are in the description for all of the music you're hearing today. So go and do all that stuff. Same with we're gonna get a little bit darker now because we're gonna talk about health.
Ooh.
Ooh, here we go. Because it's a thing that's near and
Speaking
dear
of,
to both of us. That kind of got us connected, didn't it? Really.
yeah,
You know.
actually,
So let's just cut through the shit. You've been
yeah.
living like it sounds like a lot of good times here and stuff we've been talking about. But along with good
Oh
times,
yeah.
there's other stuff that goes on, and it's not all sweet sailing in
Yep.
life. Life is a wave that we're continuously surfing, and you've been living with illness from a really early age.
Yeah. I was born with my main illness. It's a genetic mutation, basically, um, where the illness itself is called Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, EDS for short. That's my main illness.
What is it?
It is a connective tissue disorder. So the glue that holds your body together, the collagen. Basically, my body produces faulty collagen. So that makes all of my joints, I mean, pop them back in. I just popped my elbow back in. Like that was aggressive, I know, but like, I mean, I don't know if you've seen me adjusting myself over here, but it's like, cause my spine is like, my vertebrae are like, there's all like crooked and like my neck, I have such bad, from the, I think it's cause from a lot of head banging and just like taekwondo injuries and everything. Just I landed on my neck a few times real bad, but I never ended up like breaking anything in my, because I didn't know that I had this illness
Right.
until I was in my 20s.
So you're just thinking,
But
what's going on? Why are
yeah,
my joints so fucked up? I mean,
yeah, but like at first it was cool because I was always I'm naturally super flexible. I know. Shut up. Okay, so
silver
like
lining, silver lining.
so I would be like the best person. I would always win limbo at parties, like I had all these cool party tricks. Like I could like go do a back bend and walk under my legs and look at you all creepy and like I was basically doing contortionist stuff. And actually, fun fact, most contortionists have EDS.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, like even like as like I could like curl myself up and fit into any little tiny thing. Like I could like just like I remember even like when I was younger, like my parents they crate trained the dogs. But the crates were so like they're small, I would like get in there and close myself in just to see if I could. And I did. I filled up that whole thing and I would
Houdini.
be like, okay, let's try to get the dog in here with me now. Like yeah, like so like it was my normal. So I didn't know that I had it.
Because this leads to other issues too, doesn't it? Because it
Yeah,
affects all the organs as well too. Am I
it
right?
does. And it affects the most often it affects the nervous system,
Right.
in particular the autonomic nervous system,
Yep.
which is called a comorbidity, which is like you have this because of your EDS.
Yep.
So it's a comorbidity of the EDS. So the autonomic nervous system is what regulates your heart rate, keeps your blood pressure going. Things your body should do naturally on its own
Yeah.
and regulate temperature. I have a broken temperature gauge.
Yeah.
Like if I can get cold too fast and I'll have a seizure. Just by waking up and going to the bathroom.
So how do you manage
Like getting
how do you manage something like this? Like, and all right, no, hang on, let's backtrack. Because the diagnosis is a lot of steps too, isn't it? I mean, because there's a lot of components to it. There's chronic fatigue. There's a whole lot of things that come with it. And I know there's an ever increasing amount of illnesses out there that doctors can't seem to diagnose. So people get dragged through the system for a really long time, and it feels like fucking you're not fixing it. Has this been your journey?
Absolutely. It took from my start of my what I called at first my chronic pain journey, which I started having chronic pain. I can remember back to like elementary school having chronic pain, but just powering through because I just thought that was normal. But when I look back, I'm like, I would be like asking my mom all the time, can you rub my back? It really hurts. Like, what child is like, my back hurts?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I went to school all day and I sat on that chair, my back hurts. And like, sometimes I would scream because like something would be out, but I wouldn't know and she wouldn't know. Because it wasn't like known, but my mom, she doesn't have EDS, but she is a carrier. She didn't know.
Right.
My Grammy never got diagnosed with EDS, but she had it for sure. Like she had everything else diagnosed, just not EDS. And then when she went to go for her EDS diagnosis, she was so old at that time. They literally told her, "You're too old to go down that route right now." Like what? Okay.
Yeah.
So, anyways, my aunt though, she has it, which is my mom's sister, and so I talked to her, and she and I commiserate. She's bedbound now. Bless her. She talks to me all the time. We text every day, and yeah, she's there for me. And but yeah, and going through the medical system, I believe it wasn't even till I was with Chris even. He actually helped me like research, because I had to do my own research. They were telling me first they were saying, "Oh, you're depressed. It's in your head." Okay, so they're like, "Okay, we're going to put you on antidepressants." Well, that didn't help.
Antidepressants for everybody. Yay.
I know, right?
It's
and I'm
the
like,
answer
well, this
to
isn't
everything.
helping. And then they're like, "Okay, well, let me poke your skin." Does this hurt? Yes. Does this hurt? Yes. Does this hurt? Yes. Okay, you have fibromyalgia, which is a serious thing on its own.
Yeah,
but
of course.
that's not what I mean. I have it, but as a result of being in pain so much, I am literally so sensitive, like that hurts.
Yeah.
And so like I'm very fragile. So of course, like I passed the fibromyalgia pinpoint thing. So I just, but doctors are often taught in medical school, when you hear like the hoof beats, think horses, like the most common thing
Yep.
first, not zebras.
Yeah.
which is rare. That's why the EDS ribbon, awareness ribbon, is zebra striped, because I'm a zebra.
Right.
And all of my illnesses that have come from EDS are also very rare. So having literate doctors is important, but it took, damn, I think I was 25 or 6. I don't know. I think I was like, I'd have to look in my chart for sure, but I was at least 24, 25, 26. That area is when I finally got diagnosed with EDS. And the only way I got diagnosed was from doing my own research. Chris helped me.
Mhm.
And I see all the zebras. That was cute. And it was like looking at all of the signs and symptoms of it. I was like, yeah, but it's like my symptoms lined up with so many other things too.
Yep.
So, but what then we found out, there was this like this thing called the Beighton scale or score, and basically it is you have to be able to do certain things. It's a thing, 9 different things. You have to get 5 out of 9 to classify it yourself as EDS. So you have to be able to, for example, like my party tricks, you have to be able to touch your thumb to yourself. I mean, you have to show, yep. And then you have to be able to touch the floor easily without bending your knees. You have to be able to, I can bend things like, bleh. So yeah, basically you have to get a 5 out of 9 to pass, and I got a 9 out of 9. And then my doctor was going to send me to a geneticist, right? So I got a referral, because that was going to be, okay, you passed this test, so let's give you the referral to the geneticist. And he sent the referral back to my doctor and said, well, looking at this chart, she obviously has EDS, so diagnose her. She doesn't need to come to see me. You already did the test. So
Yeah.
and then I finally got it, and I was like, oh my God. And it was like a relief, but then it was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like, this is actually what it is. Like, it's not just like something that I can cure. There's no cure. And it's degenerative. So I only get worse as time goes on. So yeah. And like, if I injure myself, like, the body naturally will start producing collagen in a normal body to come in there and fix things up. Well, my faulty collagen goes in there and fucks everything up.
Right.
So I have like old injuries from when I was like young that are chronic issues for me now.
Wow. And yeah, I know you, and even before we did this interview, you all this week have had a lot of pain and shit go down, and you're thinking in your head, can I even do this? And then you come good. And it's interesting, people, when you're ill, like with things like this, people see you for the most part and go, but you look all right. And it's like, yeah.
Oh, I know.
But you don't see the other times. And, God forbid, you don't want people to see those times, because they're fucking shit.
Oh yeah.
They're shit.
They are shit. And it's okay to not be okay.
Absolutely.
And it totally sucks. But that, I'm not going to let that define me.
No way.
I can let my emotions happen and be sad about it, but I don't get stuck there.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, when I first found out, that's what it was. It was like grieving. Honestly, it's like grieving for yourself.
Yep.
It's like the life you were building, and because I was on my way to becoming a holistic uh, practitioner.
Yes, it's set the wheels in motion, hasn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
And I remember just having to resign from my job and fight for Social Security disability just to have income, because I literally couldn't even get out of bed at that point. Like it was like a 5 or 6 year fight of getting denial after denial after denial until I finally was in front of a judge. And then I got it.
sickening.
But it has a lot to do with me being younger.
Yeah, right.
You're too young for this. I hear that
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
Not so much as anymore. I mean, I still get it, but like when it was first happening, everything. It was in my 20s. I mean, not that long ago. But I mean,
Yeah, because how could something rare happen to
yeah,
somebody so young? Because that's rare in itself.
right. And like,
Of course, of
and that's
course.
like, but you don't look sick.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you don't see what I had to do to make myself not look sick today.
Yeah,
You didn't see me waking up in tears.
yeah,
You didn't see me having to take a very high dose of pain medicine to even get out of my bed. You didn't see me needing help from Chris to get dressed sometimes. You know, it's like there's a lot of prep work that goes into just being on.
yeah, yeah, and
I call it my game face.
yeah. I know the feeling. You know, because you have to persevere. You have to push through. I mean, it's when you give up is when you become a victim to your own circumstances. And you know,
Absolutely.
there's when you allow the illness to take over, then you have allowed yourself to become a victim. And I'm not saying that to be cruel or anything like that, but like
No.
because like
But it happens.
yeah, and it doesn't help
Mm-hmm.
too. I'll tell you the other thing, and anyone who's sick, and I know there's lots of people in the chat and who are going to watch this who suffer from illness as well. People around you, a lot of them, immediately treat you like your illness going forward forever. And every conversation is based around that. And it's like, hello,
Yeah.
how are you? And your illness. And it's like, I don't want
Yeah.
to fucking hear that, man. Like, I'm still me. Like, that's just this thing
I
that
know.
I have to cope with. And
I know.
please treat me the same.
I know. It's sad because like when I got really sick, uh, I lost a lot of friends because I wasn't quote fun anymore because I wasn't partying. So like I still have some friends from back then that stuck around. I'm not saying I lost everyone, but there are some people that just stopped inviting me places. It's even though a lot of times I would be like, oh, I can't go, but like I still want to be invited. I still want to be a part of things. Like,
Yeah.
what if I feel good that day? I have good days, I have bad days.
Yeah. It's
But like the fact that like I can't drink alcohol and party with you makes me not fun. Okay, I guess that wasn't a real friend then. So it kind of like, well, it was sad, but I guess, the people that stuck around were the ones that were meant to stick around with me because they actually liked me for who I was.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. Same thing happened to me. Like, you know, when I got diagnosed with ITP and I'm in hospital and I'm bleeding everywhere, people just dropped off and just started. I noticed friends just deleting me on Facebook over time. I'm like, am I losing friends because of my health? And
Yeah.
yeah, and then I reached out to some of them and were like, well, I've known you for like 15 years. What happened? I just can't read what you're going through at this time. And it's like, you can't read it.
Yeah,
You
right?
think I want to be typing it? Like, no. Come over. How about you come over for a week and come and fucking live it? Right?
Yeah.
Which I don't want you to, because it sucks. And the only reason I'm writing about it is because where else am I going to talk about it? You know?
Yeah, you know, you got to have an outlet somewhere, and you know, and share. I will say, you know, I found a chronic illness community on Instagram, because I decided to start a blog, and that's my normal Instagram page, not my Apothecary Rising page.
Yep.
Where I just started sharing my story, and but always trying to keep a positive message in there, you know. And I found a lot of people like myself, and some of my closest friends. Like, I did a shout out to my friend Nikki in Tennessee. She has the same diagnostics as I do, except she's a little bit worse than I am with her. She has other things too, other comorbidities that came along for her. So she's much worse off than I am, actually. But I met her online. I've never met her in person, and she's one of my best friends. Yeah, Nikki rocks. Yeah. And you know, I've met so many people through the chronic illness community on Instagram, and then one day I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop feeling sorry for myself. I'm going to turn this curse into a blessing.
Yep.
So I decided to start advocating for others, which basically means I put myself out there and said, hey, you want help? You want me to help you get your diagnosis? If you don't have it, I will help you. I will guide you. So I was helping people constantly, like giving them advice, you know, like, okay, so track your vitals this way so you can, you know, do your sit and your stand vitals, because with the dysfunction of the autonomic nervous system, which I have, it's a dysautonomia is an umbrella term for many illnesses under that. And I have a form of it called POTS, postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome, which is also rare.
Why did they give them such long names?
I know, right? But I just call it POTS. But anyways, like, that is one of the hardest things for people to get diagnosed with is POTS. And it's like, all you need to do is like, the criteria for it is like when you are like sitting, your blood pressure is like whatever number it is, and your heart rate is kind of high, or it could be normal sitting, but then you stand up, blood pressure drops, and then the heart rate goes, and I've fainted multiple times. I've passed out at the wheel one time, actually, and totaled the car just from moving my head too fast at a four-way intersection stop. And I was 2 turns away from the freeway.
Jesus.
So thank God I mean, I didn't really hurt myself, but that's literally, I got diagnosed with POTS that day.
It's full on. It's so much for one person to handle, right? And
Yeah.
and there's another reason why I wanted to have you on here is because we say it back and forth to each other all the time that I see you.
Yeah.
And that's
I see.
I see you. And it's one of the things that I try and promote on this channel. I always have, like, since day one. Not only do I hopefully teach people something about making music and stuff, but I've had countless episodes on depression and anxiety and health, because I think it is important that we see and hear these things, because we all have
Yeah.
these struggles. No one is, and we're not playing a hierarchy of illnesses here or anything like that.
No.
But
No, no,
it's
no.
even down to the smallest thing, because these struggles are the things that keep us motivated and going each day to be better and stronger
Mhm.
and fight back. It again, as we've said, when you let this consume you, even though it is all consuming, it's when you die and when you allow yourself to fall into the hole and die. So
Mhm.
so here we are. You've gone through doctors, you've gone through diagnoses, you've gone through all this stuff, and you finally have some kind of resolution of all these things that continue to pile up. You've got a port stuck in your chest, right? Which you got to
Yeah.
plug into, almost like you're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
And here you are, and you're fighting back by healing people. Let's talk about, because we only have half an hour left. I'm not going to play any more music till the end. Let's just keep talking. I'm sure everybody's going to love this.
Okay.
We fucking know who Chris is. We'll
Yeah.
close
He's pretty awesome.
we'll close the show with him. So you'll be
Okay.
mentioned. But tell us about what got you in to creating your own business, and what is it all about?
Okay. Well, I think I mentioned earlier that I was, when I had said that I had to resign from my career, I was on my way to becoming a holistic practitioner.
Mm-hmm.
So I come from the medical field. I always have cared for others. I always wanted to help people. And so I was working full time. I was going to school, but I always believed in the holistic healing and homeopathic remedies. And so my plan was, I was going to nursing school, right, at college and everything. I got my CNA. So I was a certified nursing assistant. I took courses on death and dying. So I worked in hospice a lot and helped people cross. And then I got into working with people with developmental disabilities. And then I got into working through agencies, doing in-home care. And then I came to a place called Spring Lake Village, which is a life care community. And if people don't know what that means, it's basically when you're an old person, a life care community is like where you can move to and have your own independent living house. But you have, you know, cooks there, you get meals, you can go to the dining room or get them delivered to your room. There's assisted living. Then there's skilled nursing facility. There's outpatient, where doctors come there to see you, which I started in that department in the doctor's office. And then I moved on to memory care. And that's where I found that I really liked it. Because I loved my blissfully unaware lovelies.
Can I just cut in?
Mm-hmm.
I've been suggesting this for so long on this channel. When life deals you shit, go care for other people. It'll change your life.
I have to say that I second that, because helping others to heal and getting feedback that it's helping them makes me feel so blessed.
Yep.
Like,
It's true.
like I have a lot of sick friends, and like just being able to like be like, you know what? I know how to help you. Even though I can't cure you, I can alleviate some of that for you. I'm gonna make you this and send this to you, okay? Like, you know, and that's another way. So like I've always been into making stuff for myself. I've always loved oils, essential oils, which I have some up here. I love herbs. I love that type of healing and using those kinds of things. And it truly feels more of a blessing to me. It brings me so much joy that I can do that. And like I have my products are in some local stores here in town.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So we're going to go through some of these products. Let's have a look at them. So let's now, folks. We're gonna now. So Ali's business is just kicking off. You know, she's been doing this for a few short months, and it's like I'm telling you, it's how long now? Like, I mean, actually, obviously, you've been building up for a while. Yeah.
I mean, I've been making remedies for me and my family
for sure
forever.
Yeah.
But I officially started Apothecary Rising October of last year.
So yeah, a few short months. You know, I'm saying a few lightly, but it's been really beautiful watching you grow and, you know, take this thing on and to have people putting these things in stores. You've sent me 30 photos and we're going to run through them. You're going to tell us a little bit about this. Now, folks, you can order this stuff too. We'll tell you how at the end. We've got a little price list and stuff like that. I'll end up putting it somewhere if people want to download it, the little copy I have here after the show. But we're going to run through some of the products. And if you guys are lucky, we're going to do a giveaway at the end of the show for somebody. Yeah. So let's have a look at the 30 photos you sent me, and you can just tell me what's going on with all these things. I love doing this stuff. This is just love it. I'm so lucky to have a channel to do this. All right. What's that?
Okay. That is looks weird. But that is like a rice or a rice and bean, you can heat it up, that kind of bag. That's what that is. But you see that there's herbs in there.
Yep.
And then there's some cotton balls. Well, those cotton balls in there are where I put essential oils. Right. And then, but I take the cotton balls out first, or if I make it for somebody, I would leave instructions for this. Basically, you take your cotton balls out, microwave it, or you can put it in the freezer. And then when it's ready, you drop your essential oils onto the cotton balls, and put them back in the little bag, zip it up, use it.
Beautiful.
It's great right here just for the aromatherapeutic, and the herbs I put in there are lavender and sage. So it just is very, very soothing. And if you can do different oils, I chose for this one my personal blend I make called Tranquil Mind, which is lavender, chamomile, ylang ylang, and sweet orange. It's very, very good for calming the mind and bringing it back down into the center. Healing face serum. So that is that's before I had actual labels. So I was writing my labels. I actually have a label maker now, so it's funny. But I wanted to just show this too, because it's like, this is cool, because it's like, so I'm this is a healing face serum, obviously. Um, so face serum,
My face needs healing.
it's what you put on when you're doing your facial. You wash your face, you get your serum on. I actually have a whole entire skincare line. I've got face wash, fine lines and wrinkles, rollerball. I've got this healing face serum, which is packed with essential oils that are really good for your skin, and skin loving carrier oils, which carrier oils in the name carry the essential oil to your skin, because you don't want to just directly put an oil without a carrier oil. I get excited about these ones because I'm really good at lip balms because I love my lip balms,
Oh,
but
wow.
this
Yeah.
is a healing, and I always call it healing because everything I make it has healing properties.
I love
it's
it.
actually a lipstick. It's lip color. I was trying to figure that out for so long. Because my lip balms are all colored, or if requested, not colored. But this one, I finally got the concoction down to where I was like, man, I feel like a scientist.
She's done it.
Yeah.
Frankenstein was born.
Yeah. I definitely was wearing my thinking cap that day.
I love that these say made with loving intent.
Yes,
Very
because
sweet.
I am always, whenever I make anything, as part of my spirituality, I just want to make sure, I whisper little prayers of love and light, and whomever may inhale this aroma, may it bless them and bring them abundance, or whomever may use this product, may it bring them joy, and just different things. So
who's this gorgeous girl?
I have that is this weird lady that
the weirdo
came over.
Right.
The other weirdo. That's when I was a cuttlefish for Halloween. But the reason I have this photo is because the makeup I made.
Wow, look at that. Look at that lipstick.
Yeah.
That could fuel your house with electricity for months. It's so electric.
I was pretty stoked on that, and of course, that's the first makeup I made, and of course I go blue.
Of course.
And I've it literally is that style of that particular makeup is in a tin. I believe I sent that photo too. It's versatile, as you can see. I have it in my eyebrows, I have it on my eyelids, I have it on my face, I got it on my lips, because literally it's so safe to use. If it was a more a rougey color, you could use it as blush. It's basically like cream based.
Yep.
But it dries. And it's non-toxic.
That's it there.
That's it right there. That's my swatch test.
It looks beautiful.
Nah. I love that thing. I mean, I got to make some more colors, actually. I'm going to be doing that soon. I'm going to be expanding on some makeup. Because I think it's important what we put on our bodies, too.
Absolutely.
That's one of my soaps.
Look at that. Is that the packaging it comes in too?
Yes.
Wow.
I actually that's my soap packaging. And
that's beautiful.
I believe that packaging and presentation is important. And that's one of my favorite soap molds, actually. It's the sun and the moon together. And for that particular one, it's very, very good. And it has lavender and chamomile and ylang-ylang in it. And it's perfect for ending your day. You can use it in the bath, on your hands.
All your soaps are universal like that. You can use it for
even like a roller ball that's made for like pain. Like I'm sure you guys have seen me putting it on my neck a lot. Because my products are so versatile, like, and so skin loving. Like I had this, like, my thumb was like splitting. I was just putting the roller ball on that too, and it healed it. That's a candle mold. My first ever try mixing colors together, and it worked.
I just got a private message from somebody. I'm not going to say who, but it says,
Oh my god.
"Oh my God, I'm about to give this alley girl all of my money."
Oh my god. That's so funny.
You know who you are, who sent me a private message. So,
But I will say though that the candles, I love to make candles, and they're very, very, very popular. But my candles are literally therapeutic. Even that mushroom one right there, because they're an aromatherapy thing.
Yep.
So you're not inhaling, for example, a fragrance. You're inhaling an earth-based aroma that will go into your senses and literally lift you up or help calm you down.
Yep.
So there's good medicine. Oh, this is the first candle I made. My first layered candle I made as a test. Yes, they're all organic. Yeah, all natural, all organic ingredients. And I usually will talk.
It looks like a birthday cake.
It does.
I want to eat it too.
But anyways, this is I made for myself. I still haven't lit it because I can't.
Good. Like, I love that. I love that.
It's just a decoration in our house. It's on our coffee table in the living room. But each layer, yes, they're vegan.
Of course they're vegan, Thomas.
So am I.
Yes.
Wait, what was I saying?
This candle,
okay, the
sorry.
candle.
Yeah.
So every layer is every different color is a different aroma.
Right.
That candle took me 8 hours to make.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Well, it's more like, and then like you see, there's crystals and herbs. There's all my candles come with crystals and herbs, unless you don't want them for some reason.
I'm gonna skip off. I'm gonna skip off here for a minute. Put the camera back on you. Keep talking. I'm gonna load up a video.
Oh. Okay, yeah.
You know what video I'm gonna load.
Yeah. So like all my candles come with crystals, and I hide crystals in my candles too. So as it burns down, you'll find, oh, there's a little one there too.
I love that so much.
And I actually brought this to show. This is the size crystals I actually am using at this point now. So I use like these little, they're genuine. So like, for example, green aventurine, you're getting a pretty good solid size, and there's multiple of these hidden.
I'm going to play this video and then we'll come back. We've only got 15 minutes left. So we got to get through all this.
Wow, time flies.
It always does, yeah. Let's play this and then we'll come back. You ready, guys? So give me a second here, one tick. Only goes for a minute. You ready? Boom.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to give you sparkles all over. All right, let's keep going through photos. So,
Okay.
no, we're going to have to speed up a little bit.
Okay.
I didn't think we were going to be at this point.
Those are chakra candles.
Mm-hmm.
So the chakras in your body, you have 7 of the main chakras. So red is root, and we got the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart is green, and the throat is blue. The third eye is purple, and the crown is pink. And the aromas, the herbs, the crystals all correspond to the chakra.
Love it.
Those are roller balls and inhalers.
Anxiety, congestion,
Yeah.
fatigue relief, insomnia,
Yeah.
pimples be gone. I need that. Skin relief.
Okay, so I just want to make one little thing. There's those are not all I offer. There is a plethora of roller balls and inhalers I can make.
Yep.
An aromatherapy inhaler is often people think, oh, I just take this off, right? And I go, and then they go, oh, where is the smell? But the way to use it is they go, you like literally are like, I'm gonna do it. So you have to like, don't like shove it in your nose, but make sure you're like, you don't want to jam it up there, but like just, plug the other side, and that's how you use it. It's a nose inhaler.
Yep.
Whereas the roller balls, where you can inhale them too, I call it an aromatic prayer. And what you do, so I say apply to pulse points. So pulse, wherever you find a pulse points. You apply it there, and then you go up into the palm, rub them together, and then what you do is an aromatic prayer for about 30 seconds. I'm not going to do it for 30 seconds, but so you would do that for about 30 seconds. That is what tea looks like before I use my mashy mash.
And you bag these up into homemade tea bags as well too, don't you? Look at these things.
They're little eco-friendly little tea bags that I will put herbs inside of.
And you pull the thread.
But I also offer loose leaf tea. I prefer my tea loose leaf, but some people don't like that. So I have these where I can actually just put your serving size in there.
These are what I want.
Those are smudging sticks. So I'm Native American, and this is part of my spirituality. So like I made Chris this one, and a smudging stick is, so this one has sage, and then 4 little braid, sorry, I don't know where the camera is. 4 little sweetgrass braids in it. And then I chose a red string to represent our spirituality, because I am also, I'm Lakota, from the Oglala clan, and whereas he is Dakota, but it's like the same. But I'm also Cherokee. But yeah, the smudging sticks, you light them, smudge. Don't get embers on shit. Don't burn your house down.
Don't burn your house down. Just.
And then the crystals at the bottom are just like, that's where you hold it. Right. And I that's the energy that goes in, because I believe in crystal healing as well. That's why I use crystals too. That is my most popular soap.
Of course it is. Skulls and weed.
Yes, and I actually have that skull right here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Skull candles for the win.
And yeah, a skull candle too.
Look at that one. Beautiful.
It's really cool. I like how anatomically correct it is. Anyways, so basically, like I was making those bars of soap and I was like, I had this little extra that won't fit in that bar. And I was like, I'm gonna grab my medium-sized skull candle mold. And I used it and it worked. I was like, cool. And that is patchouli and rosemary mixed together, and it actually smells like weed.
You make jewelry.
I do. I make jewelry.
I mean, there's so much here. It's just
I know.
crazy.
I'm ridiculous.
No,
I'm very
it's
ridiculous.
beautiful. I mean, look at this stuff.
Yeah. Most of that stuff is sold already.
Yep.
But like I have an example here of one I've made recently. Like I'm sure you've noticed I like chakras. So I got the chakra beads up here, and these are genuine crystals. And then I will put like the lava stone, which is a natural diffuser. So you can put essential oil on here. And I've made all of my jewelry that I wear.
Beautiful. So I'm going to skip to some. Look at this. So is this one of the stores that has your stuff on sale? Hang on, I don't have the screen up, do I? There.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That is. Yeah, so there's lots of different products that I haven't shared, but they even made me my own little, they made that little thing that's like, says Apothecary Rising on it, and they totally got my aesthetic down. Like, they got the pentacle, the moon. But like, I had made a big sale to them as a vendor, and I went in there like because I go to that's the weed dispensary in my town,
right?
Because I use medical marijuana, and my products are so great to go along with marijuana for people that are really suffering. And they sold out of my nausea, my anxiety, and my both rollerballs and inhalers the first day my products were out. This is the feedback I got when I went back in. And like there was someone in there was like, "Are you Apothecary Rising?" Like I felt like a celebrity. I was like, "Yeah, but you can call me Allie." Those are shower steamers. So basically like you put it in the shower on the floor
and the steam
and then it's basically yeah, it's just arrowroot powder, coconut oil and essential oil, and then I decorated it because they're lavender with I believe my Breathe Easy blend, so it like clears your sinuses.
I mean, this stuff is just beautiful. Jasmine says, jasmine, vanilla, essential oils are blended to near perfection in this candle. They play together beautifully to create an intoxicating and self-love inducing aroma. And we need more self-love, don't we?
We do. I am very into promoting self-love and self-care. Those are wax melts. I just started making them because they were a popular item and they were requested.
They look
so I do
the
that too.
Packaging's beautiful. Everything looks so beautiful and so you.
Thank you. I have a very certain aesthetic, and I was like, when I was picking out all my packaging, I was like, I'm just gonna make it me as possible. That's one of my blends. That's actually my favorite blend, and that's how I drink it. I just plop that into my hot water.
It looks so beautiful.
And then yeah.
What's this one?
That's a new product. I started making soaking salts, like Epsom salts, but I put essential oils in them and I mix it up real good. And that is for people who have periods. So that's why it's called moon cycle, and it alleviates so many things that come along with having that cycle. Hormones, cramps, everything. It's just, I sent that to my good friend actually. Okay, so this is a custom order. So I will literally work with you and try to find you. Like, if you want something, I will make it. I will figure it out. So this person wanted a body oil, and they wanted it to have a very earthy, patchouli forward scent, but not so like overpoweringly patchouli. I was like, okay, I can do that. And so I was, they wanted it to be like a love attraction sort of thing. So I have rose quartz, the stone of love, inside of that bottle.
Skulls.
Those are my skull candles. Lip balms. I let Chris and Mom name those two. That's what a package I put together recently.
Wow.
To ship out. I ship out directly from my house.
Yep.
So like I don't have to go to the post office because even getting out of my house is hard. Making this stuff is hard, but it brings me joy. So you know.
So I have price lists here. Every order will include a surprise freebie. I'll ask you some questions before I decide what it is that I throw in so you're actually able to use it. The bigger the order, the bigger the freebie. If you return an empty container to me, I will refill it for you for 20% off. You pay shipping. Buy 4 of the same item, get 1 free. Free shipping on orders over $200 in the US only. If you refer someone to me and they make a purchase, you will receive a $30 in-store credit. Please be sure to let me know if you have any skin allergies. I can make most products with alternative recipes. Custom orders available for all products. All orders are final. So here are like rough prices if I zoom in. So $9 lip balms, $12 bar of soap, $12 eyeshadow lipstick blush, $12 face wash, $22 face serum, Laughing Line Serum 15, face moisturizer. So, you know, everything's between like $10 to $20 on this one here. And it looks like it's the same along here for lotions, rollerballs, body butter. So that looks like it's your average price between 10 to, except for chakra candles for a set, which is $150. Candles 18 to 50. 15 to 25 for essential oils, guided ritual kits. I mean, there's so much here. It's ridiculous. It really is a beautiful, beautiful array of products that you have here.
Thank you.
There's so
and there's more than that.
absolutely.
It's just like,
yeah.
you know, that's just what I had. I'm constantly having new things come up.
What I'll do is I'll save these 2 photos and I'll put them on my website with a link so people can link to them in the description. And
Okay.
All right, so they can link to those. Your Instagram's in the chat. Let's do this because I run so over time, and Pete's doing his like 8th year show. We're going to do a giveaway, aren't we?
We are.
So what's the hashtag we're going to put in the chat?
Hashtag aroma.
So folks, put in the chat right now, hashtag aroma.
If you want to be a part of the giveaway.
If you'd like to be a part of the giveaway. What are we giving away while we get people to put the hashtag in the chat?
This is a this is a dragon's blood aroma candle. On top we have rose, black salt, and carnelian crystals. It is the aroma is a very clearing, grounding, cleansing, very good, and it smells divine. Like I could, yeah, one of my favorite smells. So I'm giving this away. These are normally like $22. And then this is coming with it, little soap. Beautiful. And it's so cool to wash your hands with a skull shape. I don't know. It's so cool. I have one in the bathroom and it's just fun. So yeah, that is my giveaway. And I'm also doing a like if you watch the show right now, if you inbox me on my Instagram with a hashtag, just Jade Starr,
Yep.
to start the conversation, I will give you 15% off your whole order.
There you go.
So I wanted to offer that to people because
So if you had to place an order, is to go to the Instagram, start a conversation with Ali, and
or Facebook.
or Facebook as well. Facebook links in the description as well.
Yeah.
And now we decided on a number yesterday. I think it was number 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, or I have my calculator here where I can close my eyes and.
Well, I think we just go with that. We picked it yesterday.
We did pick it yesterday because I wanted it to be fair.
Yep. So I'm going to now bring up the chat here, and I'm going by my chat, guys. So I have to go by timestamps on here. So let's bring it up quickly. Desktop. Boom. Here we go. I'm going to count them. Where are they? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it looks like it's going to be 7. Barry Glenn. There you go. Barry Glenn is the one who's number 7. So I can close this out and make this small
Barry
again.
Glenn just needs to hit me up.
Barry Glenn, Joe, Barry Glenn, they're both together. So just go and hit up on the Instagrams. Joe's got an Instagram, so I don't think Barry's got one. But Joe, just go over there and hit her up.
Congratulations.
And that's yours. All right. So, Pete, I'm so over time. Pete's going to kill me.
I know. I'm so sorry.
No, it's my fault. It's, we got talking, and that's how it is, So, guys, what do you think? Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful products. I just love you so much, Ali. You're such a dear friend to me. And I
know, you too.
I love that you have this and doing this for yourself and for other people. It's so beautiful. I'm just so lucky to have you on here and talk about this because I think we all need some healing. I'm sure there's going to be people out there who are like, well, I don't believe in crystals or any of this shit. You know what? Fucking clear your mind. Do something. Feel nice. Like just enjoy. Be happy. Enjoy the smells of nature and I think it's important that we do these things. And so please hit Ali up. Check her out. Check out her wares. Go. All these photos are on her Instagram as well, and go and support her because I'm sure you've walked away from this interview knowing she's beautiful. She's amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Try not to cry.
Thank you so much for coming on. We'll go out with the Son of Snake song. Let me do this, and who knows? What we'll do is we'll do this. We'll have you back on again, in a couple of months' time, and we'll see how you're going and all that kind of stuff's continuing on. I think so. I'm going to load. I'm going to go out with pain. We'll do pain scale. Perfect. Okay. I'll go with this one for the end. And I want to thank everyone for being here today. And I'm going to dump you all over at Pete Johns, all right? So you can all go over to Pete Johns and celebrate his 8 years of being on YouTube. And thanks for hanging out today with the swords. It's it means a lot that you've spent some time with us. All right.
Thank you.
Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We'll all rise together. Anything you want to say before we go, Ali?
Love and light to all of you, and thank you for being here. I'm honored to be on the show. And Jade, I love you.
I love you too, my friend. All right. You got all the links. Everyone happy. Congrats to Barry. Remember, Jade Starr, message if you want to order something. Use my name. Get the discount off. Let's make this happen. Let's play out Son of Snake, the legend. We didn't even cover all that stuff, did we? But, we'll have to have you back. And I don't care. It's my show. We'll do what we want. This is Son of Snake Pain Scale, and we'll see you over at Pete's. Stay on the line with me, Ali, so I can say goodbye. Let's go, Oja!
Oja!